Hello there. It is so exciting to have you join this goal setting mastermind session. We are going to talk through a lot of our goals, a lot of the ideas we have, the things that we want to achieve at the end of 2020. And we don't want to wait until the 31st of December 2019 to start thinking about what we want to do come 2020. We want to hit the ground running, and that is why we're here. I pre-recorded this video just in case we have any technical hitches and I'm not able to come on live in the group on the 1st of December 2019. I am Patricia Jifa Mensalakai, a communication and leadership coach. As you can see, I'm enjoying the sun. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently outside my country and experiencing different weather conditions elsewhere, somewhere in the world. And today the sun came out and I really wanted to enjoy that sunshine in my face once again. So, one thing that I want us all to appreciate is that whatever is not written is difficult to remember. Whatever you haven't noted down is difficult to remember. Now, because of technology, there may be a lot of things that you might have physically written down on paper, or you might have recorded, just as I'm doing, on a device. There may be some things that you may have put in your calendar just so you are reminded of. And there are things that you may be bouncing off other people and relying on them to sort of remind you what time gets close for you to deliver on whatever activity that is. A lot of the chances are that what is not written is difficult to remember. What is not written is difficult for you to actually stay committed to. Whatever you have not set your mind on, it is easy for you to say, it's all right. I can get to it another day. I can get it done tomorrow. And every day you find yourself alive is your today. That tomorrow is not promised. And so we're asking ourselves, what can we do every day to ensure we're staying focused on whatever it is we want to see happening, or whatever we want to see has happened at the end of a certain timeline in the year 2020. So on this first day, what I want you to do is go into what we call a brain dump. A brain dump is basically you thinking about all the things that you want to achieve. We are currently in the month of December. This is the 1st of December 2019. And I want to take you back to the 1st January 2019. For those of you who go to church on 31st night, probably you went home on the 1st of January 2019. You may be tired at the time. Probably you had plans to go out with family, relax, enjoy the moment. You came back home and something in your mind just told you, oh, it's another day. Life as usual. You have breakfast, chit chat with friends, and it doesn't really dawn on you that you have entered into a new year, and that whatever you consciously begin to do is going to form part of how the year is going to end. So I want you on this first day to do a brain dump. You're going to brain dump on what I want to term reflection. So number one, we're going to work on ourselves. Time of reflection. On the 1st of January of this very year 2019, what were some of the things that you recall thinking about? For those of you, again, because I'm a Christian, pardon me, most of the time, my examples and things that lead me into meditation and just connecting to my inner source would be based on the Bible and biblical principles. Okay, so on the 1st of January 2019, you were still enjoying the prophecies that came. You were enjoying the blessings that you had gone to receive. Okay? And this had created in you some hope. You have something to look forward to. This year is going to be great. It's going to be a year of glory. It's going to be a year of fulfillment. It's going to be a year of abundant blessings. Depending on which church you belong to, there's so many captions for how the year is going to be. Now, let me remind you, even if you take a look at the people within your own department or unit or core group from that same church, ask yourself, the prophecies that came, the congregational prophecies, the captions that were given to this particular year 2019, how many people can you pinpoint have been able to enjoy these blessings? Now, that does not mean that the blessings were not released, but just imagine yourself. Here again, I'm going to use experiential learning because of where I am currently. Imagine that you are outside, okay? And you find snowflakes dropping. Let's assume that those snowflakes that you're seeing dropping are coins, gold coins, all right? These gold coins are raining. It is raining gold. It is raining blessings. You have 1,000 people gathered on the compound. Some may be chatting. Some just don't care less. They're not bothered. They're so engrossed in the conversations they're having with their friends and partners. And so they're not stretching their hands to receive anything that is dropping from the sky. Now you tell me, if someone, upon seeing that raining of gold or the dropping of blessings, if someone had gone into their home to bring a drum, and somebody went into their home to bring a bucket, and somebody went home to bring a cup, somebody went home to bring a jug, at the end of that period where it was raining, you tell me, what is everyone going to go home with? You see, the universe and life in general will give to you what you are looking forward to receiving, what you are prepared to receive from it, what you are yearning to gather from it. And that is why it's so important for us to reflect, number one, on what were the things that you wanted to have achieved or accomplished in this year 2019. How much of it were you able to collect? How much of it were you able to gather? Were you prepared when it was raining, when the solutions were coming, when the answers were dropping? Were you receiving it? Okay, so after you have reflected, remember, we're still doing a brain dump of all the things you wanted to achieve, all the things that you wanted to fulfill. It could be in your career, in your personal life, in your business life. It could be in your social life. Okay, what were the things that you wanted to achieve? What were the things that you wanted to see accomplished? And as you reflect, ask yourself that when it was raining and pouring and dropping, what was the tool that you were positioning yourself with to collect? What were the tools that you were positioning yourself with to receive the answers, the solutions? Over this 5 days, we're going to break things down, and gradually you're going to understand what exactly you need to do before the 1st of January 2020. Because we don't want to go into 2020 with the mistakes, with the omissions, and the steps that we could have taken but did not take in 2019. We don't want to repeat them in 2020. So you are doing a brain dump and reflecting. Write these things down, the things that you wanted to achieve, okay? I don't want you to think so much into the nitty-gritties in terms of, okay, let's use an example. Maybe you wanted to apply for a scholarship, and the scholarship needed certain prerequisites. There were certain requirements. Now you're asking yourself, when the opportunity came, that was the opening of the clouds. When the opportunity came, the applications were sent out, people were invited to apply. Were you ready to receive the requirements that were needed for you to fulfill in order to send in your application? Did you give up somewhere along the line? If you didn't give up and you went through the whole process and you submitted, did you follow up? If you followed up but were not shortlisted, what else did you do in readiness or in preparation to apply for another scholarship somewhere else, or with another organization, or with another institution? And what were the lessons that you learned even during that initial application process for scholarship that you engage yourself in? Was there an awareness? Was there a realization that, okay, they needed a proposal, and this is how the proposal had to be written? And if you didn't know how to write a proposal, what was the steps that you took? Who did you ask? Who did you inquire from in order to know how to write the kind of proposal that will actually go through the funnel when they're trying to get the creme de la creme, the best of the best, in order to have them accepted onto this program? And what did you do to ensure that when the next application opens, you have prepared yourself, you've committed to ensuring that your proposal becomes one of the best, if not the best, and you have applied yourself to the process in terms of getting other people that are knowledgeable in how you can get that proposal, the quality that they're expecting, in place. Okay? So throughout this reflection, and I want you to apply it into all the different aspects and different areas, especially with the goals and the expectations that you had for 2019 that couldn't materialize. You want to think through it and ask yourself, was I ready? And I spoke about some people going with a drum, some people going with a jug, some people going with a bowl, some people basically enjoying the conversation with friends and partners, and so we're not even in the position, or we're not ready with open hands to receive the fall or the raindrops of gold or of blessings that were coming in. All right? So when you think about all of these things and you write them all down, and you come to the point where you know ABC, when you get to the point where you have the goals you couldn't achieve in 2019 written down, and you have gone through that thought process of asking these questions: why wasn't I able to achieve this? What were the steps that I took and the steps that I didn't take but could have taken? You realize that immediately your mind goes into that level of preparation. What can I do better? All right, so we're going to do brain dumping of all the things that you wanted to do in 2019 but couldn't achieve. You're reflecting upon all of these and asking critical questions about your preparation, your readiness, why you couldn't succeed. And then we will go into the stage of getting ready for 2019. Because it's important for you to learn lessons from your past and get yourself ready in the position, so that when you are beginning to launch again, you know you're not going to repeat the mistakes of the past. And that is why it's so important that after watching this video, write in the comment section. I want you to come out with some of the things you wanted to accomplish in 2019, but you were not able to accomplish them. Okay? I'll come up later, read through some of them, use a few as an example, and we will talk through how you are going to do things differently in 2020. There may be a lot of you that will be conscious about sharing your ideas, sharing your challenges, and you're thinking, I don't want to talk about this. I want us to look at this process as one that is going to help you reposition yourself to ace and to succeed in 2020. Okay? It's not every goal of yours that you want to share with the public, but so that I get these critical examples to talk through and break it down for you to use as a template and work on your other goals, it's important that this session is very interactive. And so there are going to be times where you would need to share these goals, and then we talk through why you weren't able to achieve them, so that in 2020 you are ready to make that change. When you are through with the brain dumping, the reflection, and putting down your goals, we would have the day 2 that will talk about our 2020 outlook. Our 2020 outlook. So we have thought through what we could have achieved, the things we wanted to do since January 2019 up until this stage. It is not over until we're past 31st December 2019. So definitely there are some of the goals that you're currently working on that if you apply yourself, you will be able to make some positive strides even before the year ends. By the end of our goal setting mastermind session, I'm sure it is going to give you some clarity and more insights into tackling a few of the goals you have pending. And there's so many things you can do even before the year ends. So as you go through this, I don't want you to feel left out. I don't want you to feel left behind, because for you to take that bold step to be part of this session, it means that you are willing to relearn and learn, and to learn certain things to make a positive difference in your life. And so be assured that by the end of this session, you're going to have clarity in what next steps to take as you go into 2020. Thanks for watching, and I'll come back later to read your comments to know the things that you wanted to achieve in 2019 but couldn't achieve. And you're going to list at least 3 of those goals for me to read in the comment section, and then we're going to talk through whether you had your tools ready, you have positioned yourself, and you were ready to receive. And what are the things that you need to start looking into if you want to have these goals realized in the year 2020. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, to like, and to tag other friends you know are going to need this mastermind session. Thank you. I'll see you soon.